go. So there usually is a little box that pops up. You have to click got it, and then you should see your whole screen. And now we're ready. So I'm going to mute everyone. And of course, if there are issues or questions, you can unmute yourself as needed. All right. Okay. So remembering that seated meditation isn't just about calming the mind, which it is, and attending to the breath, which it is those things, but it's also the central axis line from skull down through the spine, down connecting to the pelvis, and then where the pelvis sits on the chair. We're cultivating and developing this central line, which is the same line when we're standing, when we're doing Tai Chi, when we're shifting over here, turning, going here, going there. The same center line, relaxed and open and fluid and loose, but with integrity. That same line goes with us, whether we're doing the walking class or we're doing this Tai Chi class like we'll do today. So we're not just sitting here wasting time. We're actually finding that middle. And so there's also a vertical middle. And then also take your hand onto your belly button here and take your index finger and point into your belly button and draw a line with your mind that goes straight from the belly button back to the lower back spine. So we have a center of us this way. And then also think of the center front to back. And where those two lines intersect, that is the middle dantian. So when I say, bring hands down to the middle, settle your mind to the middle, move from the middle. We're moving from that place. That's like a reservoir for our life force. So also when you're sitting, you're finding that. Find your central line and then that front to back line and find that middle point. And we'll be here for just a little bit longer. So nasal breathing in, mouth or nasal breathing out. Everything is relaxed as it can be. And allow yourself to rely upon the liquid integrity, the integrity of your relaxed body, rather than a bunch of muscle tension, a bunch of rigidity. Another 30, 40 seconds or so here. Bring the hands onto the thighs. Slide hands forward, slightly past kneecaps. Drop the head, gently round the back. Slide your hands back, pull your elbows back. Chest lifts a little, shoulder blades slide towards each other. Lift the chin. And reverse. Slide the hands forward, softly drop the head. Tipping a little bit back on your sits bone or your buttock bones, and then sliding hands back, pull elbows back, tip a little bit forward on the pelvic connection to the chair or the sits bones. One more. Slide. And slide. And settle to your middle. From the middle, left hand slides forward past the knee, right hand slide back, elbow back, and just turn softly to your right. See how far you can turn without cranking it. And then reverse. We slide back through middle and turn, look left. And reverse. Slide back through, turn to your right, twist. Just gentle rotations. Just let the moving parts move with ease. And we'll do one more to each side. And it's not just the what we're doing, but it's this how. We're doing it with softness, with ease. And the more you practice that softness and ease, the more you can do using that Tai Chi way, that soft, easy way. Arms down alongside you, hanging. Starting from the lower spine, just gently tipping to your right. Then the upper spine gently tipping. And then finally the head and neck just tipping a little bit. Letting the head fall softly to the right. Now keep the head drooped that way as you start from the lower spine back to the middle, upper spine, and then head. Then again, lower spine, middle spine, upper neck, head. Lower spine, middle, back up. Easy. Sort of like falling, but controlled falling. Also, when you're falling, notice you can soften this arm longer, like you're reaching, but you're not reaching with force. You're reaching with lengthening, and then back up. So when we do our left-right yin-yang qigong, when we stand up and do that, it's this softening long, this feeling of that you could get another millimeter of length by relaxing. Right? Keep that in mind. Now, from the middle, shoulders shrug up. Way up, as high up as they can go. So find that top and then come back down and release. Make sure you find the bottom where you're not holding on. Again, up. When you're up, picture on your body a circle, right? And right now we're at the top of that circle. We're going down the middle and we're going to the bottom of that circle. One more. Top and bottom. Now, from the bottom of the circle, go forward with the shoulders. Now, stay forward as you go up so that you're going up the front side of that circle, right? Then stay up as you go back. Crack a walnut between your shoulder blades. So now you're on the back, you went over the top of the circle, now you're coming down the back side of the circle and then settling to neutral. Let's do it again. Stay down as you go forward. Stay forward as you go up. Stay up as you go back. Stay back as you slide down and then let them come slightly forward back to neutral. Forward. Stay forward as you go up. Stay up as you go back. Stay back as you slide down. Down as you go forward. Let's do two more. Shoulder blade circles. Now, the next time you're in neutral, stay down as you go back. Stay back as you come up. Stay up as you go forward. Stay forward as you start sliding down and then let them come back through neutral. Back. Stay back as you go up. Stay up as you come forward. Stay forward as you come down. Stay down as you slide through. Let's do three more. And again, eventually, those of you who've done this more, right? Maybe you are doing them faster or smoother, or you're not waiting around for my instruction. That's fine, right? As you understand the movements, do them appropriate to your body. Right? But we want to just make sure we're not skipping over the wholeness of the circle. Now, pause. There we are. Now, take bend elbows, bring hands up. Now we go elbows out and up as much as the elbows want to or can go. Then down, then around in front and gently squeeze. And then down and out and up. Way up. And then down and in. Touch the elbows. They come down and then they go out and up, way up. And they come down and they go in and squeeze. Then elbows pull back behind. Then down. Then forward. Possibly someday when you're going forward with your elbows, you can go up. Someday up gets you to the point where you can have your hands kind of slide down your back here. Then you come forward with the elbows, down, and elbows pull back. Then down, forward, up. Forward, down, back. So we're cleaning out tissue tension and stagnation in the chest, shoulder, upper back, so that we're less top heavy. All right, and then down. So that's all we'll do. We in other classes might take more time with these, but I want to get us standing pretty soon. So scoot back a little bit. Now just the brief thing on the legs. Load and set it down. Load, set it down. Alternating. Lift, lower. Lift, and lower. Now, lift, push, re-lift, set it down. Lift, push, re-lift to chamber, set it down. Chamber, extend it, re-chamber it, set it down. Chamber, extend, chamber, down. Now, just straighten the leg out and hold it there. Point, flex, point, flex. Couple more. And invert, evert. This little side waggle of the foot. Then circles, inward and outward. And down. Extend, other leg, point and flex. Invert, evert, that little waggle of the foot. Circles, nice big round circles. Other way. And down. Scoot forward. And again, all this is just sort of checking the flaps and drag fins and checking the rotators and whatnot, just to get our brain and body synced up before we stand. Let's do our rotations here. So we'll just do the simple version of this. So lift the ball of your left foot, turn on the heel, the knee and toe points out. And then we come back to neutral. And then we go in, toe in and knee in. So the movement's from this hip. Now, let's just go from out to in. out, in, out, in, out, in. One more. Out. We're just buying some space here in the hip. And then back to neutral. Switching legs. Right leg goes out. And then we go not only to neutral, but all the way in. So it's sort of that turn in. Out. And in. Open. Close. One more. Open. Close. And back to neutral. Both. Open. And close. So when they're closed, they should have this funny looking shape here. And then open. And close. Two more. Open. Close. And open. Close. Neutral. Now, one I'd like to add here, just as an instructional before we stand up, is this movement of the hand. So raise your right hand and soften long through the left. And then you're going to switch that. So you're going to soften long through the right as the left lifts up. When the hand lifts, notice that it's very close into the body and it's relaxed, it's loose. It's like a string is tied here and lifting it up. And then soften and soften. So that one's pretty simple. But then the next one is where this lifted hand goes forward and comes down, comes underneath and a little behind and comes up. Now this is the pathway I want everyone to see, that we're under, like you're tickling your own armpit. And the key to this is a little internal rotation of this shoulder. So we're here and then it comes out. So this is the pathway of this circle. Comes up underneath like you're trying to touch your own armpit and then out. Under and behind a little bit, up. The hand is kind of tucked underneath and out. Let's do that with the other arm. So bring it up, forward, down under that circle, up under like you're going to touch your own armpit. And again, the key to that is to let the elbow be a little higher rather than being here. It'll block itself, but there's that space and out. Under, up, out. Under, back behind, up, and out. Now, we'll do both simultaneously a couple of times. And then alternating, do one. Now, as that one's going down, the other starts going out. And again, a key to this is loose. Always loose. The hands are just hanging out there in this Tai Chi palm right there. Now, can you just reverse it? Come under the armpit. Now this is the tuck. Maybe we should do this just one arm now, just so you get this feeling, this pathway forward. And then it draws back in. And that internal rotation, that shoulder rolling that way to tuck under and reach behind and down. Under, comes up, draws back under the armpit and behind the body. One more with this arm. I want this pathway well paved and open. Other side. Under the armpit. Down. up in front, draws back under, reaches under and through and behind. Good. And remember, you'll get in your own way if you try to get back that way. If you try to pull the elbow back that way, instead of roll, let it tuck under that way and dive it through. Both. Dive those fingertips through. There it is. Very nice. Alternate. One. As it's going under and down, this one's coming forward and up. Tuck it underneath. Tuck it underneath. All right. And relax. So now remember that as we stand up, that's going to be one of the first Qigongs that we do. All right. Now, slide your feet back a little bit. And let's fold. And remember, standing up and sitting down is not a force of power exercise. It's a melting and maybe a little bit of force right here, just to get your head and shoulders forward. And then it's just so easy to just push down and rise up to standing. And then we sit down the same way. The butt goes back, head and shoulders just loose as can be. Sink the butt, find your chair, and then sit back to vertical to that meditation alignment. Forward fold. It's like falling up. If you do it right, it can feel like you're just falling up. Folding. There's no work here. There's just gently controlling gravity as we go down. And last one. Just falling. Staying softly rooted to the ground just by being relaxed. Now squats, where you don't sit in your chair. Just sink. And then rise. Do that a few times. Adjust my camera. So a key thing in Qigong and Tai Chi they talk about is this inner courtyard. So this space inside and in front of us. So notice when you send your butt back, there's now a space here, right in front of you, right there. And then you just move down through that space. And then push through the earth and rise back up. And then back the hips out of the way, feel that little courtyard. And just sink through it, nice and soft. Relaxed and easy. That's the Tai Chi squat, which is different than a fitness squat. Fitness squat, they might say, okay, you know, hold your free weights or hold here and really arch your back, right? There's a lot of back arching that's happening in weight training and things like that. But notice here, if you're relaxed and you sink, your back actually opens. And this is where the nerve pathways flood out to the body. So we don't want those areas closed. We want them open, and the back should be round and soft and round. So this opening, sinking, open those channels, and rise back up. And a lot of people have a lot of back pain, and a lot of that back pain is mitigated by relaxing those spaces open. So when we're standing, we don't want to be going, ha, and standing like this. Instead, soft, relax, let the roundness be present. Now, from standing, let's go right into our Qigong. So this is called left-right yin-yang. So now we allow ourselves to easily, softly put the weight through the right leg. Left leg becomes emptier. The empty leg hand rises. And the full leg, we sort of soften long, reach that way. And then change. Change your weight to the left leg. Soften long through that left arm as the right hand rises. And then change. So find this internal mechanism between the hips, the legs, as well as the pelvis and lower back, where there's just this easy change. Easy change. Left, right, yin, yang. You hang out here until, through relaxation, that other foot becomes empty. And then you change, soften, 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 soften. Hang out there until that left leg now becomes empty. And then change. So we're starting the chi piston, chi pistons, the chi pumps, the internal mechanisms, getting them kick-started, right? Now, remember the hand exercise that we did before. So top hand goes forward as bottom hand comes back, and that top hand sweeps down as the bottom hand comes up under the armpit, just like I took time describing earlier. And you've now changed to this leg, and then to the other leg, and to the other leg. Change, change, change. So we're just wheeling. It's called left-right wheel. Changing, and we're also creating real estate, internal real estate. We're letting the internal wheels gently spin and roll. One more each, and then we switch directions. Make sure you're changing leg each time. Now reverse that. Down the back, up the front. Come under the armpit, down the back, up the front. And really work on the down quality, because we're trying to get that relationship to the earth. Down. Down. This is just sort of an afterthought. Floats up. Down. Down. Couple more. Loosening up that internal, sort of like the engine or the motor or the pistons are frozen up, and we're getting the up and the down and the left and the right and the full and the empty kickstarted. And pause here with one hand high, that foot empty. Now we press. Whenever we press down, we lead with the heel of the hand. So as that heel of the hand presses straight down alongside the body, straight down, the other hand rises up. And then the heel of the other hand press as we rise up. So whichever hand is on its way down, that's the leg we go into. Into. It's called left-right pressing palm. So now the hands stay very close to the body, and we're just doing press palm, press palm, press, press. Couple more. The hand that rises, let it be loose in that Tai Chi soft wrist position when it rises. The other one presses. And then as that top one starts to press, the other one loosens, so it just rises in that soft position. And then they change job. Left, right, pressing palm. So a Qigong set, if you were going to learn a Qigong form, for instance, is just a collection of modules. And inside of each module is a set of 3 or 4 or 2 exercises. Go both arms down. So that's the end of this little module, Shogong, or closing gesture. Settle to the belly, or to the middle rather, right? We talked about what the middle actually is. It's that mathematical place in you down through the center line, and then at navel height, belly button height, back where those 2 lines intersect. So that's your middle where you settle. The next module, fingertips touch. Bring your hands forward till they're Tai Chi straight. And by Tai Chi straight, remember, I mean that we're not locking our joints out, but we're also not bent in our joints. So there's this place where they're straight-ish, right? Now, open the hands away from each other out to the side. Big. Feel that interior space that you're opening up. And then let all that space just gently close. Open. And this one emphasizes upper chest, upper area, open, close. Now we shift to the right side when we open. So as you open, shift into that right leg. And as you close, change to the left leg. Open to the right leg. Close to the left. Continue. Open to your right. So your right's that way. My right's this way. So this is another challenge for you, if you're watching me on the screen, to know not to use me as a mirror for this exercise. So I'm opening and I'm shifting to my right. Your right is that way. So go into your right leg and then into your left leg as you close. So see if your brain can go into both of those modes where you're using me both as a mirror sometimes, and in this case, you're using me to know right and left. You can actually see how my right looks like your left, and you can figure that out. Shift. So again, your right's going to be that way. So go into your right leg. Make sure it's your right leg. Tony, make sure you're in your right leg. And then back to the left. Good. Now bring your hands down in front of the belly button and we open. So this little module is called opening and closing the three basin. Three basin. The body in the Taoist view, Chinese medicine view, is broken up into those sections of the torso, the upper, the middle, and the lower. So we're just kind of emphasizing this idea. Our hands are down here and we're opening. Close, open, close. Open up, feel space through the whole body, and then let that space gently close. Open, close. Two more. Open. This is the middle basin. Close. And the hands stay down at this middle height. They just go apart down here. And close. Now, the lower basin, hands come right in front of the groin, open like wings, close, open, close. Remember, open to your right, close to the left, open, close. A few more. Last two, open, close, loose, everything loose. So by taking these, pretty simple movements, right? They're nothing crazy, but by only using your soft, liquid body to execute them, then they become really powerful because we're training our ease. We're training our liquid. We're training this easy Tai Chi movement. Shogun. Closing gesture to the middle. Mind drops to the middle like a stone falling through a pond and coming to rest. Right, that pond bed. And our last Qigong module for today. So the arms, pendulum, pendulum, pendulum. So very loose, very easy. Now, the arm that's back, empty that leg. Now, as you pendulum swing, change leg. Change leg. Change. 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 Feel that soft, rhythmic bounce, that looseness. Feel that little fulcrum in the middle That's having to gently rotate. And let the arms come down. That same little fulcrum, now we turn that a little bit more here. Take left hand to right hip. Right hand around behind with the back of the hand smacking the butt a little bit like that. Right? Then switch. Switch. Switch, switch, switch. And be so loose that the movement of your arms actually causes this little rotation throughout the rest of your body, this little turn of the torso, turn of the chest, rather than, of course, being stiff as a board like this, right? Sure, I could do this pose like that, or I could loosen up and let it actually turn the interior moving parts. And then you can either stay with this one or swing them a little bit more so they actually go around in space a little bit more, and they might end up smacking a little higher. So you might end up smacking the belly or the front ribs and back ribs or low back, loose shoulders, and then slow it down again. Very loose. Shogun. Alrighty, so now Tai Chi. Little sunk, soft knees. Rock a little to the toes. Rock a little to the knees. Feel this little swing. Gentle swing. Now on this next swing, rising hands. Pump, rising. Then rock back to your heels and slide your hands back and let them settle just a little bit. Then rock forward to your toes, go out through the fingertips. Turn your palms to face each other, the hands fall down. Rock to the heels, the hands come up underneath that little armpit path we talked about. The wrists stay relaxed and you push forward out through the back of the hands. And then flip the palms to that position and comb down or sweep down and under. And then rising, sliding back, settling, and then heel press or press through the heels of the hands softly down. And then Tai Chi squat, tush back, sink through that little courtyard and rise back to standing. Rock a little forward, hands swing a little forward. Rock a little back, they gently sweep back. Rock forward, they pung or rise. Rock back, they slide back easily and settle just a small amount. And then this is called G, or driving force, or forward drive, or like a wave going up, up, up an ocean, right? Or up the shore. Hands come down, up, under, and out. Then this is called Lu, which is drawing, gliding something back, like a wave coming away from the shore, from the edge of the shore. Pung again, which is like out in the middle of the ocean when waves rise like that. Slide back and settle. And then this is On, which is when the trough of a wave. When one is punging up, there's that trough, that sink. And then Tai Chi squat. And rise back to standing. So these are the cardinal energies of Tai Chi. Rock forward, rock back. So again, like an engine getting kick-started, we're kick-starting. Pung. Slide back and settle. That's considered storing up, preparing for G. Driving forward. Turn the palms, they fall. Under, come up, underneath, out. Then this is Lu. Guiding, sliding back. Pung. slide back to settle, and then on. Trough of a wave, suctioning down. And sung, or soft, supple through. Rise back. Let's do that little set one more time. Rock. Rock. Hum. Slide back and store. G. Turn palms to face, they fall down, come up under the armpit, up over the top, Lu. Pung. Slide back, settle. On. Down. Sung. Soft, supple. And we're up to standing. Crane. Flaps wings. This opens up our shoulder well. Sink shoulders, sink elbows, sink wrists, fingertips following under. Crane. And down. So the opportunity in Tai Chi, and again, see that roundness on the way up, and notice when I come down, I'm not in that same round position. Something changes from shoulders to elbows to wrists to hand through hand bones to fingers. So that subtle change is actually a huge change for all the component parts, right? Shoulders, arm bones rotating, forearms changing, wrists, fingers. And there's this loosening quality, this releasing effect that this kind of movement has. Round and unfurling, just like a beautiful crane's movements, right? Now, open. From here, roll your arms so your palms face uppish. The key here is notice that I'm not cranking it like that, right? That breaks a certain roundness, breaks the rules of Tai Chi. And then when I'm just like that, then it's just as simple as an elbow bend. And the hands fall right inside. And then just let them fall through that courtyard space. Released. Wings. Roll uppish so that that fold just falls right over the top. One more. Wing, roll, fold. Eventually that can be an unbroken gesture. Let's do that once more with that idea that you're winging, and about 70% you start rolling, and then you start folding, and so that it eventually feels like there's this blend, fluid, easy movement. Now, wings, roll right palm face uppish. As that comes over top, the left hand sweeps under like a wing, and we've got low down by the groin, high around the face, and they come towards each other. So the asymmetry of this movement is the challenge. So calibrate your brain, go up and out with the right hand, and left arm floats out like a wing, then left palm turn face up, and simultaneous. One up and over, one under, high and low. They come towards each other to meet in the middle. They go up, around, and then they come up and over, one down and under, towards each other. So this movement comes in handy later when we do our next set of postures. So this is called embracing the moon. So when I say that, you'll know what I mean is that you go on this roundabout journey, right? Now come back down and release. Now from here, bend at the elbows. Turn your palms to face forward-ish. Once again, that ish idea, which means it's as if my hands are on the back of a sphere or a circle rather than flat. So feel that soft roundness. Push. right? Till your arms are straightish. Go around, so now you're on the back side of a sphere. Bring in. Turn, push, draw, push. There's a little rock forward, draw back, rock, and back. Now, left hand, turn palm forward, push. Now, just the hands change position, and then one draw, one push. Just the hands, draw, push. Hands, draw, push. Polishing the brain, body, pathways. One more. So that's smooth quality. And keep the left hand close to the body. Bring the right hand back. Hands settle down. Lateral or side to side shifting. So just let your weight go to your right leg. And then middle and left leg. Remember that middle point that I talked about. The line going down, the line going straight back through. So from that middle point, as you shift to your right, just turn so that your body's just slightly a few degrees to the right. And remember, that's a few degrees. It's not cranking the body around. Few degrees. Now stay those few degrees to the right as you shift to the left, and then turn back through middle to a few degrees to the left, and then shift, turn, shift, turn. Eventually that shift and turn become one thing. Shift, turn. And when the shift turn happens and we let our living arms or buoyant arms out through the fingertips start to explore the space, well, then that becomes the bear washing paws in the stream. So remember that initially this begins sort of like this, shift and turn, and then we turn it around and the arms are sort of, you could say like stuck together, but at least we're, moving them in connection from the middle, right? But over time, as they loosen, they'll take on this feeling of sort of 1, 2, right? Then brush and sweep, and they're just loose. They're connected still, but they're just not held together, right? So getting that feeling of 1, 2, loose is a big step. Shift, turn, sweep, sweep. Shift, turn, sweep, sweep. And then as the buoyancy starts to occur in the little spaces inside of the joints, then that arm will naturally start to sweep around a far circle. Come in close for a brush knee as you then shift, and that left arm will come around for a big round circle. And then, so this is the bear, swirls the stream. And remember that it's going on a complete journey. So the arm that's going around far away is not retracing its step. It's coming in close and brushing through. And then that one's coming around and in close. So they're really swirling. Right? Slow, smooth, controlled by that middle. Then the bear snatches the fish. The buoyancy in the body, the arm will start to sweep up and across and fall back into the water. And that other arm will and across and across. Shift right, turn right, sweep the left hand across as it falls down to the water. Then you're ready to shift left, turn left, sweep. Shift right, turn right, sweep. Last one here, as we come across, then remember that wing, roll, fold. Then that right hand is in the water. Now shift, turn. It's both a brush knee down low, but up here it's that soft extension for a push. At the end of that push, it'll naturally want to fall down. The right arm rising up, roll the palm up, fold. Now we're ready to go shift, turn, bottom hand brush knee, top hand extend softly for a push. Right hand coming down, left hand rising, rolling, folding. We still haven't shifted yet. And then now, so in that in-between point where we're just kind of hovering, the arms make their way back around to here. And then, and they make their way around. Fluid, loose. Everything together as one, yet loose and free and easy. Last one. We come across. Now, listen close. Right foot should be a little bit empty. Bring it back a little bit behind you with the toes turned out a little, like a duck foot, right? And then shift back into that right leg. Bring the right hand down to settle. Fingertips just dipped in the water. Bend left elbow, fingertips point up. And then this left foot, bring it out in front just to softly touch. So we're here. Golden rooster stands on one leg. So more empty in that front leg as you can. Now bring that front leg back, heels lightly touching or close to it. This foot also turned out at a little duck foot position. And then as you shift into that left leg, left hand falls down, right elbow bends to point fingertips up. Right foot being empty, just touch the floor in front. Golden rooster. Bring that right foot back. Set the foot down, nothing changes. There's no weight in it. See if you can time it now. Shift into the right leg. Right hand coming down, left elbow bend. Left foot empties and everything arrives. Bing, right on time. Together. Bring the left foot back. Shift. Changing. Golden rooster. Stands on one leg. Put the right foot back into that setup position. No body weight in it. Shift. Everything changes. Left foot lightly touching. Out in front. Now let's take that one step further. While we're here, we've got this left foot empty out in front. Can you lift and lower? If when you lift, you tip back, that's dangerous, right? So make sure you're really well settled in that right leg or that back leg. And then lift, lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Switch. Put that foot down, left foot back. Change the weight. Left hand goes down, right elbow bends. Put the right foot a little bit in front. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. One more. Now, put that foot back. Now, final challenge. Shift and change. As the hands are changing, can you go right into a lift of that leg? And then down into the setup position. Change into a lifted leg version. Eventually, we do this one walking backwards. Changing. We've done it in this class a few times. Change. And down. Wash your paws. So this is just a basic place we come back to, and then we move from it. Bear plays with clouds. So left hand sweeps the lake. rises up. So you're in your right leg with your left hand up as a cloud, right hand dipped into the leg. Now shift left, turn from that middle, cloud goes across the sky, bottom hand sweeps the lake. Now the lake vapors up, cloud rains down. Shift, turn, lake, vapor, cloud, rain. Shift and turn. Cloud in the sky, lake at the bottom, and then the lake vapors up as the cloud rains down, becomes the lake. Shift, turn, cloud, lake. Shift, turn, rain, vapor. Let's add a challenge. Shift and turn. So now as you're over here in your right leg, left leg should be empty. Bring it in, out. Rain and vapor. Shift, turn. As you vapor and rain these arms, bring the foot in and step it back out. No weight. Shift and turn. As you do the hand exchange, bring the foot in, step it out, shift and turn. So this is forcing us to really find, can we get all our body aligned through that left leg to the point where that right leg comes in easily and back out. In, out, shift and turn. In, out, shift and turn. The hands play with clouds. The most classic Tai Chi movement that's in all the different families, forms. Now, bring both arms down, bring your left foot in, and then step it out. Just let your arms hang easy. Change your weight to this left leg. Bring your right foot in. Keep it in. Change your weight to your right leg. Left foot is empty now. Step it out. Change your weight to your left leg. Right foot is empty. Bring it in. Change your weight to your right leg. That's that little kind of internal one. We work on this in the walking class on Friday. Step out. Change. Step in. Change. Step out. Change. Now we'll go the other way. Step in, step out, change. Once that left leg is empty, step in, and then consciously change. So now the left leg is your support leg, so right foot can step. Change. Step in. Change. Step out. Change. Step in. Change. Step out. Now remember the exercise we just were doing. Play with clouds. Let's put all that together. Left hand becomes a cloud. Left foot is empty. Right hand is in the lake. Bring the left foot in. Step it back out. Now, when we change, when we shift, we also turn. So that creates that movement. Then as you do the vapor and rain of the arms, bring the empty foot in, but don't put weight in it. Then as we change into that right leg, we turn. Play with clouds. As you vapor and rain, you step the left foot out without putting weight in it though, right? Then we turn and shift. Then that right foot is empty. As it steps in, vapor and rain, and then shift and turn, cloud, lake. As you vapor and rain the hand, step left foot out, cloud, lake. So we're moving, sidestepping across the room. Hands change, bring right foot in. One more in the direction we're heading. One more. So as you vapor and rain, step the left foot out. Shift and turn. And we change directions. The hands do the same thing, but just bring right foot in, back out, and let's go back the way we came. Shift and turn. Bring the left foot in as you vapor and rain. Shift and turn. Eventually, this starts to, again, all the talking and the points and whatnot, the thinking sort of falls away, and it just becomes this poetic image. Hands playing with clouds. But if you lose track of it, come back to the form that I was describing. Vapor and rain, step without shifting, shifting and turning. As the hands change, you step without shifting, then you shift and turn together. And both hands down. You might not be quite in the middle of your room, so move your way there. And we finish our practice with sync chi wash organs, which we've done in previous classes. We didn't do it at the beginning. Usually we do it at the beginning and the end, but we'll just do it here. Rock forward, rock back. Now, when you're back, you're a little bit in the heels. Hands separate and rise. So there's a lot of space. Rock forward to the tips of the toes, or rather the balls of the feet. Hands cast out in front, palms facing up. Then rock back like a wave coming in past the mouth. Rock to the middle of your feet as your hands come to your middle. Tai Chi squat. Tail sinks. Push through the earth. Rise back to vertical. Rock back as you start to float the arms back and up. Rock forward to carry that circuitous movement out to the fingertips. Rock back, the hands wash back, and rock to the middle, they wash down to the middle. Tai Chi squat through that little courtyard. Push through the earth. Last one. Rock. 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 Rock middle. And squat. Rise up. Relaxed, at ease. Shogun or closing gesture, wings, roll, fold, settle. Then place Lao Gun point, center of palm, right on top of the belly button. And then the other Lao Gun point on the back of the other. That's our sealing of the practice. Let's just take 5 breaths here, letting everything soften that can soften. From the tissue, nervous system, the very sort of quality of the mind. Let it be soft, receptive, at ease. And the Taoist bow. Grab, fold. You see a little yin-yang looking symbol there in the hands. Thanks, everybody. So yeah, that symbol just meaning like the harmony of all the polarities. All right. So any questions or realizations, comments, whatever, feel free.
Thank you, Otto.
Thank you.